There were a lot of really great cartoon releases in 2018. I gotta be honest, there were a lot of real bad ones out there. I hate to admit it, but even Teen Titans Go to the movies was better than any of the cartoons I'm about to list. That being said, it was a great year for animation in a lot of different areas. We got some truly bomb series finales, comic book films, and raunchy Netflix comedies, so it wasn't all bad. I'm Kris Carr, and these are the best and worst moments for cartoons in 2018. We'll start with the worst because nobody wants to end the year on a low note. First up, The Incredibles 2. I know. This is totally sacrilegious of me, but although The Incredibles sequel was really fun to watch, and I adore the characters, the plot really fell flat for me. I will say that if this movie had come out in, say, 2012, it would have been great. But the message that our cell phones and laptop screens are enslaving us is kinda getting old. We get it. Technology fries your brain. What a concept for a villain called Screenslaver. I'll say it one more time so that you die-hard Disney fans don't eviscerate me in the comments. I had a lot of fun watching this movie. But come on. With other animated movies like Into the SpiderVerse and Ralph Breaks the Internet Out, The Incredibles 2 just didn't do it for me this year. Disenchantment. I was 100% disappointed with Disenchantment. Oh, come on! You follow up Futurama with this? I guess the show just feels stale and recycled to me. The plot and the jokes are predictable, and the story didn't even get really good till episode 8. I think that's what really stinks about this show. There aren't even bad moments. It's just void of good ones for so long. Normally, I'd tune into anything that Abby Jacobson is involved in, but trust me, this role is no Broad City. I guess I just didn't expect to be so disenchanted by this show. Super Drags. Honestly, I had an assignment to do a video about this show when it first aired, and I didn't even make it past the first episode. I don't know, it just wasn't funny. I love that they incorporated the vocal stylings of some of my favorite drag queens, like Trixie Mattel, but I felt that the lessons they were trying to impart on viewers ended up coming across as cheesy and written off. The animation was lazy, and the point that totally turned me off was when our heroes let a murderer go because he's cute. What? Come on! I felt like the show owed a little bit more to the LGBTQ community than it was trying to represent. The Hollow. This show had so much potential until the last few minutes of the finale. And yeah, I'm gonna spoil it for you. After building up to some crazy mystery, this whole adventure had just been a simulation for a game show. It negates everything these kids have gone through. The relationships they build with one another, the skills and strengths they acquired along the way, and it totally removes all sense of danger from everything you've just binged through. And they go live action. Ugh, Canada, how dare you give us this stinker. Total Drama-rama. Die-hard fans of the show are going to kill me for saying this, but haven't y'all done enough spin-offs? The idea of an animated reality show is so bizarre to me to begin with. I get it, life imitating art or whatever, but one of the main reasons why I love cartoons is because Jersey Shore and The Real Housewives haven't ruined it yet. I was a much bigger fan of 16. Sorry, not sorry. Now, on to the good. First up, my obvious favorite of this year, Big Mouth. Nick Kroll and John Mulaney came back for season 2 with even better jokes and life lessons about the awkwardness of puberty. Whit and I watched this season over 3 times, and we're still just as obsessed with it as we were the first time we watched it. The voice cast is fantastic, and the writing is sharper and better than almost any show out there. I'm just gonna say it, y'all. Big Mouth might be one of my favorite cartoons of all time. There are so many hilarious moments in season 2 that it's so hard to pick just one. No wonder we've done so many Best Moments Big Mouth videos. Adventure Time. Even though I was so sad to say goodbye to Jake and Finn this year, the series finale was one of the best I've ever seen. We had so many payoffs, you guys! From defeating Gumball to taking Golb down with the power of friendship and music, it had everything I could have ever possibly wanted for the end of this show. My top moment of 2018 was cheering with everyone when Marcy and PB finally kissed! I still get butterflies just thinking about how sweet they are. Bojack Horseman. The eulogy monologue episode from Bojack Horseman was one of the ballsiest things I've ever seen a series do, live action or otherwise. Bojack is known to throw in an episode set on exploring storytelling in a new and innovative way, and this definitely was something I hadn't seen before. No cutaways. Just Bojack delivering a sometimes funny, but usually heartbreaking speech as he tried to come to terms with his mother. And not just her death, but who she was in life and her relationship to him. This latest season dealt with addiction, death, familiar relations, all while balancing grounded storytelling with surrealism. If Bojack wasn't in your queue before, season 8 should cinch it as a must-watch. Into the SpiderVerse. This was the movie to end all movies for me in 2018. The animation was beyond anything I've ever seen, and the story had so much heart. Miles Morales absolutely set the new standard for Spider-Man. And I gotta say, he even made me forget how much I loved Tom Holland in Homecoming last year. There's so many Easter eggs, cameos, and powerful moments in this movie. There's no way that I can pick just one favorite moment. Just trust me, the soundtrack is dope, the script is killer, and every single voice actor is perfect. Voltron. Alright, I may be one of the few people who thought the finale was good, but I think we can all agree that this show is going to be a classic. This past summer, we were gifted with arguably the greatest season of the Voltron reboot, Season 6. That was some of the best storytelling I've ever seen. I mean, the episode The Black Paladins really takes the cake for me. The big Shiro reveal, his fight with Keith, Keith's Gara eyes! Oh, I'm gonna miss all the action. And shippers are gonna miss all the erotic action they've been putting in their Slash fanfiction. I know Voltron is one that I'm gonna be watching over and over again. These are my top picks for best and worst cartoon moments in 2018, but I wanna know how your list stacks up in the comments. I can't wait to see what happens in animation next year. Like and subscribe to Nerdwire, and be sure to check us out on Roku. Want to take a look back at some of the god-awful and brilliant shows we talked about? Check out our other videos on the topics. Happy New Year!